Hey, what's going on, chat? What's going on? Well, yeah, we're doing a shorter stream today because I have D&D, and I'm also tired because my whole body hurts from what truly was almost possibly heat stroke and dehydration yesterday while playing Skyrim. So I'm falling back on backup plans. There's a lot of people in chat that are saying these games suck. And all I say to that is, man, oh man, for someone that's typing in chat, you sure can't fucking read what's on the screen, can you?
Huh?
Hello?
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 Hey!
Bro?
Hey!
So, what's going on with you, man? Hey, Dave, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Why'd you tell me you were getting pants? Because, like, all right, chat, here's what happened. I was like, hey, dude, oh, yeah? I messaged Dave and I say, hey, I'm starting up, and I'm going to call you pretty quick into the stream today because we don't have much time. And his fucking immediately replied faster than I thought he would. And he said, getting pants. Dude, I don't care if you have pants on. It doesn't matter. You don't need to update me on your pants situation.
I like to be professional when we do these streams. You know me.
Bro, between you and me and the entire chat, because I don't know how to mute just so chat can't hear, but you can. Most of the time, I'm not wearing much of anything at all at this point, dude. It don't matter. You know what I mean?
It's getting hot.
It's getting hot here. It's getting hot.
It's that season, right, of people becoming more comfortable with not wearing clothes.
Yes.
We've been in that season for around 200 years. People have been more scantily clad as the years have gone on.
I remember back in the old days where if you saw someone's ankle, you'd violently orgasm right on the spot.
I still do.
I'm not allowed outside.
It's a lot of work for me. Clean up. But I'm a prude. What can I say? Okay, Tomato.
Yeah.
You and we get teleported back in time.
Okay.
And we have to be like makeshift doctors.
Okay.
How well do we do?
What year is this? This is so important.
Like humans just started communicating with like.
Okay, you can basically do whatever you want, dude. Easiest job of my fucking life. Like truly, I could light someone on fire and be like, "This is good for their soul." They'll pass on to Jesus.
I'm thinking 9 out of 10 things we try won't be wrong all the time.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If no one knows what the fuck is going on, with our basic knowledge of like doctoring from like fucking Mayo Clinic and shit, we should be able to at least help one person with their problem.
I want to rewrite history and just like go to like the tiniest island and make it the world superpower just by teaching them to like clean water and stuff. I dip my hand in it and I show pain. Ah, it hurts. And then you try. You come over. You're like, before I kill you, I should try because I'm curious. And you go, ah, yes, pain. And then I go, there, my boy. I will show you how to make pain. And then you're like, I need to learn this. Like, you understand what I'm saying because we can communicate now.
Well, here's the thing. We are talking with like beginning of understanding how to interact human beings. That fucking cauldron hurts my finger, hurts my little fingy. I'm gonna fucking kill the cauldron. Like I'm going to immediately grab my club and destroy the entire bucket, spilling boiling water onto both of us.
All right, we gotta go back. How do we make them trust us before they kill us? We need like sugar, something really.
We need we need something that is like a positive reinforcement kind of thing.
We don't start with like boiling water and weapons and stuff. We start with like, this is bread. This is sugar cane.
All right, and you hand one to the caveman. You say, this is more of those where that came from. If you join my posse. And then the caveman kills you.
What do you mean? When does he kill you?
But the second I taste that fucking Jolly Rancher, if I'm a caveman, I see it has another handful, I'm taking them and his arm if he doesn't let go.
All right,
that's mine. There's too much flavor.
To beat a caveman, we have to go without anything. We go as we are, no stuff. We go into caveman world and we need to figure what's the strongest weapon we can make like for free. Probably a spear or something. But they already have those.
They already have those. If you go back with Escalation and you bring like a fucking like Glock back with you, you bring your piece.
That's only gonna last
You're
long.
You're gonna last a couple shots, and then you're gonna have to reload, and then the other cavemen are going to get you.
I changed my mind. I'm done pandering to these cavemen.
Okay.
As I am in real life. I say this a lot.
Okay.
Kill the parents and take the children and raise them as your own.
Damn,
That's my
man.
idea.
Holy shit.
They have no loyalty as children, and they don't really feel. Kill the parents.
Children truly don't know what's going on. And the same can be said probably for caveman children.
If I can teach the children, then I have the world. They'll grow up faster than I did. They'll become stronger, and then they're my little private army.
But here's the thing. Children suck so bad. Like the early game, they don't really ramp up for a while.
But the thing is, I gotta take the children that are like, I hate my parents, and I go, yeah, me too. Here is a gun. Use it.
Oh my God. Me too, child. Me too.
You know what? We have so much in common, you and I. And you wanna taste sugar? And I don't know, like, this is weed. I guess that is the primal fear that's carried on through generations.
Just bring back a ton of weed, bro. Just
and while they're all weeded out, you get in there, you say, I'll take this one, this one.
Damn, Dave. I was worried that we would have an intro that could stay.
What, you think saying kill the parents is too far?
Kill the parents, steal their children, raise them. You never got to that part. You never got to what you do once you raise them. You just kind of said you take them.
I could advance society 100 years in one generation just by teaching the children, and like they'd learn from me.
There's no difference. Like, the thing is, you're wasting so much time doing this when you could just grab a bunch of fucking desperate, just out of college graduates and be like, I'm sending you to Caveman Times to fucking, like, help them for the rest of your life. Imagine the resume you'll have at the end of that one. And then just ship them out. You don't need to, like, hijack these children and fucking teach them the world when you can just grab a bunch of random people and just send them back with no return trip.
Have you never heard that children are the future, Tomato? I'm doing it for the kids.
I'm trying to give them a better life.
It's gonna be rough in a couple thousand years. We gotta start now, saving the future.
I mean, but here's the thing, Dave. How do you train these children to be, the creatures you want them to be? I'm assuming inevitably because, like, we all kind of have a perpetual one all the time. You go back there with a cold. And you fucking kill them all, my guy. There never is. You kill every single one of them with your basic cold that you had that day.
You know what I'm
They all fucking die. You are nothing more than a giant rat in this context with your own plate to deliver to these poor Neanderthals.
I know who I'm bringing is my true, the best guy to bring on this trip.
Okay.
It's a guy I bring on a lot of my trips, actually.
Okay.
It's Jesus.
Oh, you're gonna introduce Jesus like a couple thousand years early? Like 10,000 years early?
Just carpenter Jesus, not the rest of it. Literally just for the
But you know Jesus isn't gonna stop just because you're like, yo, Jesus, tone it down on the... Like,
stop
we're just
doing
after the
miracles.
Jesus,
we don't need wine yet.
You keep
the children.
You're freaking them out, my guy. You keep doing these things, and like, I just brought you along for the Woodstock this time. You know Jesus can't fucking stop.
What if he was one of the children?
What do you mean? What if he was one of the children?
What if I bring young Jesus?
Okay, so here's what you do. You take a pit stop on the time machine.
Yeah.
You stop at Jesus' fucking birth itself. Yeah. Grab him! And you take him 10,000 years back in time further.
No. I don't take a baby. Baby is really bad play because he'll be loud and he'll cry a lot.
So you find Jesus around like 5 years old once they figured
Jesus.
it out.
It's like young Sheldon.
Wait,
like
are we talking
show.
young Jesus, like fucking like 10 years old, Jesus kind of situation?
I don't know when they started learning carpentry, but like as soon as his dad let him into the shop to learn carpentry, that's when I grab him. There's a part.
So he barely has any
Jesus
understanding of carpentry. You need to catch him the second he leaves the carpentry place after learning everything he can learn.
We get a 20-year-old Jesus. 20-year-old Jesus.
But he's definitely at the point then where he's going to be like, I'm starting to do some weird stuff. That ain't about carpentry.
It was canonical. He started that at 30. So when he's 20, honestly, he could have been smoking weed. Don't know. But we grab him. We go, all right, Jesus, you don't start for 10 years. We're going hog wild on carpentry for now. Like, let's go, like, save some cave children.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is what I keep getting stuck on. You could just get like a normal carpenter, because I feel like there's not many. I don't know a lot about I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go on record. Not a huge religion guy in general. Don't know a lot about. If you ask me to list out stuff about the Bible, yeah, right, bud. Like, I know JC's in there. Don't know much about what he did.
I don't know if he was a very good carpenter.
Like, here's the thing. I don't remember at any point anything about, like, dude, Jesus' miracles were cool and all, but did you see the fucking chair? Did you see the chair? Like, we don't know if he was very good at that.
Jesus was always famous, but they didn't say why. It was because he was one hell of an upholsterer and carpenter. He could do a good couch.
They would have included that in the. They would have included that in the book.
No, they wouldn't.
Like, here's the thing, because like Noah made a whole boat. He did that. He literally did that. But Jesus, okay, they didn't talk about all the nice fucking tables Jesus made.
This is pretty blasphemous if you're saying Jesus wasn't the best carpenter in the Bible.
I don't know. I think it's just kind of bullshit that they would include Noah at all if Jesus was the best carpenter.
I just think like it's mainly about him, and you know, like she should be the best carpenter in the Bible.
Like, what's the point of including the rest of the Bible if Jesus can just cut in on anything and be like, oh, psych, I'm the best one at this one too. It's just kind of, it just feels like it was kind of written by like a 12-year-old, like making up bullshit at that point because their superhero had all the best moves. Like, if they wanted him to be the best at everything, they should have added an asterisk that said, and Jesus is the best at everything. Because until then, I'm operating the assumption that he was shit at carpentry, and that's why he got into doing miracles. He was good at the miracle stuff, but people didn't talk about how good his cups that he was making were. Like,
they had
the
a
wood
career
cups.
day at school, and they're like, your son Jesus, he's a special carpenter. His stuff, and all the other kids are like, you know, making chairs and stuff, and his you can't sit on because it keeps like turning to dust when you try. Am I gonna make it? Did I get into college? And they're like, son, we're gonna go to the synagogue today on a trip. You love it there, right? He's like, no.
You think that was always his real passion, was carpentry?
Obviously. Yeah. What was he doing for 30 years? We'll never know.
We'll never know because I don't believe anyone owns a Jesus original. Has anyone checked underneath their nice chairs to see if JC signed it?
They're searching for the Holy Grail, but there's some like fossilized chair that's a Jesus original that would sell for billions of dollars.
I think that's pretty much how the Holy Land works. If you dig something up, you can just say Jesus made this one.
Jesus made this. And then it's like,
this is a Jesus one.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. It would be I would love to like cause uproar by saying, you see this chair? That one's made by Jesus.
I think that's just how you get horribly killed by someone.
Who would kill me? Who cares enough?
Believe it or not, a lot of people would be like, somehow he's blaspheming. There's nothing about Jesus making any chairs.
No, I believe this stuff. I'm not a blasphemer. I'm with those. I believe that's not blasphemy. It's just a little. You can't prove me wrong.
That is true. You can always be like, prove Jesus didn't make it.
Yeah. Pray about it.
Yeah, how about you pray to him and ask? Yeah, right. Jesus made this funny chair.
I prayed and Jesus said, I made this. And then I said, nice.
Maybe Jesus, God, I don't want to think about this anymore. I was like, I was just like thinking about how much more I could escalate it, and then I was like, I don't.
You're gonna say he J.O.'d, right?
What?
You think he J.O.'d?
What?
No? Someone in chat said J.O. Crystal.
Someone in chat said J.O. Crystal, but that doesn't mean you had to. Damn, Dave.
I thought you saw it.
No, I was gonna say something else that was like going a little too far for me. And
JC Crystal.
You think you could find Jesus' J.O. Crystal? How much do you think that crystal's worth?
No, that's like the Philosopher's Stone canonically, right? Like from Full Metal Alchemist. You see it? That's the real life Philosopher's Stone. No.
Holy shit. There's a period of time in Jesus' life where we truly don't know how many cursed fucking artifacts he had his hands on. We'll never know.
Nobody came up with the rules of J.O. is bad. They didn't exist.
Yep.
So canonically, we can say everybody was doing it.
Yeah, Jesus was blasting that shit everywhere, dude.
He was a normal kid. He was a carpenter. He lived like everyone else. Oh my god, this
canonically Jesus jerked it with the bros. Says Kate.
All right, I don't know about the bros.
Who are the bros?
I don't know about the bros.
Surely he had bros. Look, we all 12 bros. We're gonna get in trouble with someone at this point, dude.
Jesus might be like if influences today are money, Jesus is the crypto of influences. You know what I mean? He's the big one. Decentralized. What? He's decentralized. You can't like nail him down. He's unregulated.
They literally nailed him down. My guy. They got him.
They got him. But he came back. That's the big part.
just like Bitcoin will have, Jesus had to come back. Dude.
He always comes back.
He always comes back.
Just
crypto like will return.
We're waiting for crypto. A lot of people are still waiting for Jesus to come back.
We talked about Jesus for way too long, dude. Usually it's like a thing where people are like, haha, it's funny to make a joke about him for like fucking 20 seconds and then move on as fast as you can.
If you were genuinely offended, you're taking it too seriously, by the way. You really are.
I just don't think we have that kind of like audience where like people actually care all that much. Like,
nah.
At this point, I think that those people have long since left the scene.
They've understood where they are, and they decided to do the right thing and not be there anymore. Minecraft?
Minecraft?
Dude,
someone says something bad about Minecraft?
Tomato, I went down to my local like MP to like ask for a bill to be passed to have people stop bullying Dream. It's getting on my nerves big time.
Dude.
The way people are hating on him for cheating in Minecraft.
He did that shit so long ago. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Get over it, dude. He's a person just like you. So I don't know why you just refuse to idolize him the way I do. Like he's relatable. Isn't that what we all want from
He's a human, I'm a human. He speaks the same language as me. I understand what he says when he says words out of his mouth.
He actually speaks English and I speak French, but like I'm 12 and I'm not fully developed yet, so I always imagine he could speak French like me.
I like listening to sounds come out of a computer screen while I see the block hand jiggle up and down on the right side of my screen.
I'm so young, I don't watch the YouTube videos with my eyes. I point the soft spot in my forehead towards the monitor and ingest it that way.
I just kind of, my soft soft spot senses light changes.
Yeah.
And feels magnetic, fields kind of shift very slightly, and that's how I enjoy.
Some photons blast through my still developing thin skull, and that's how I take it. That's why kids
The
learn
photons
that.
permanently slightly augment the synapses in my brain.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the time I found my little brother's soft spot?
No?
I was just poking around on his head, and I found it, and I was like, oh my
Why
God.
were you poking around on his head?
Well, I knew it was there, and I knew he was still a baby,
Yo,
so...
bro, come over here.
No.
Were you just like hanging out with your like baby brother poking his head, seeing what would happen?
Yeah.
But like what happened when when you left like a fucking little tiny indent on his soft skull? What do you do then?
I got a straw and I blew air into it so it popped back up.
Like a balloon.
Yeah.
I know the presence of soft spots and all that shit. I think if my fucking finger touched a soft spot in a skull, I would immediately feel sick to my stomach. Like that would actually make me queasy instantly.
Well, it made me so afraid of like him falling and stuff because I was like, oh my God, it's real. So there was a time when my brother, when he was still, maybe he was old enough, but it definitely wasn't fused. I was so conscious of him falling and hitting his head.
Why do
I
children
fell down the stairs?
Why do babies simply not be given sort of exoskeleton style helmets?
I don't
know. To protect their skulls.
Maybe because they grow too fast and it would start like keeping their heads small as they grow.
Here I got an idea. This is actually perfect because this sets you up for a very booming future. Because you know Jimmy Neutron's brain?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's kind of shaped in a vertical. I think we're going back to Bloodborne style here. You gotta get kids these kinds of cage helmets to protect them and encourage vertical brain growth.
It's true. Vertical brain growth gives the most neuron density brains, as we've seen in Jimmy Neutron. Yes. It would make them smarter.
So I think you agree that we kind of put the kids in Mikolash, host of the Nightmare Heads.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of let nature take its course within the cage.
But why the Mikolash and not the fishbowl? The classic like alien.
Well, because that
style.
encourages horizontal head growth, which gets you an Arnold from Arnold kind of head. You know what I mean? And we don't want that.
I think you get a choice at birth. You want horizontal. You want Jimmy Neutron. You want.
I think most people want Jimmy Neutron. They don't want Arnold. You don't want football head.
Arnold is more aerodynamic. If jocks get Arnold, like nerds get Jimmy Neutron. You're more aerodynamic, and you get more lift as you run if you're an Arnold. You know.
What did they ever explain in Arnold? Hey Arnold, like the reasoning why his head looked like that?
His grandpa found his soft spot when he was young.
Just started fucking messing around with it.
And he put like a protective metal plate over his head, but it was too heavy and it squashed his head down into football shape, and that's why.
It looks like someone was trying to hydraulic press his skull and then got scared and gave up.
But it was like it must have been when he was sleeping, like the hydraulic press gang came out and like kept like pushing his head a little bit every night until it started to get wide as he grew, and then it just started growing that way.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't football like American football exactly.
It looks like something that I would get if I opened up like a meal at Taco Bell, and I'd be disappointed that there was so much lettuce in it. Like it looks like a taco from Taco Bell that they just loaded up with like 2 giant pieces of lettuce because they have nothing else to put in it.
That's sad.
I mean,
I hope.
I don't usually say this about like children in cartoons, but he is a monster.
Arnold, but he's a nice guy. He's one of the nicest guys in television.
You know, and this is the problem I have is that most of the characters in Hey Arnold have normal heads, but his best friend, who also has a strange head, he has a Jimmy Neutron head. So you have the 2 sides of the coin.
Jerome with like I guess a vacuum cleaner like got stuck on his bald spot.
He got his head stuck in a vacuum cleaner, and Hey Arnold got his head stuck in a hydraulic press. Everyone else has normal heads.
I like Hey Arnold.
I don't. And I think it was a kind of a shit show. Yeah.
Did you watch it properly though?
I watched enough of it.
I guess I liked Rugrats.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I was
my
never a
jam.
big fan of when like my cartoon show was suddenly like threw a curveball. Was like, hey, this is the one that fucking ruins your night and makes you sad.
That's the BoJack Horseman. Someone said it.
Well, everyone knows BoJack Horseman's gonna fuck you up. That's the whole point.
I hate BoJack Horseman for that, or rather, I haven't watched it. I just hate that that's the reason people are telling me to watch.
Look,
a
BoJack
show
Horseman
so I can be
is
depressed.
truly great. I've watched all of it, but here's the thing. You are a bad person if you suggest that someone watches BoJack Horseman and you try to coerce them into watching BoJack Horseman. That makes you a bad person.
I know it is great. It's well done for what it is, but you don't just throw someone into depression and try and infect them with it like a disease.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean like Berserk. I don't know, dude. Berserk's
There's a lot more
different
going
kind
on
of
in
scene.
Berserk. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll tell you one thing about Berserk. They had the nose guy. You know what didn't have nose guy? BoJack. God, Berserk just has so much stuff. I do truly, I know it's like the meme, but it is the best thing, and it is the nose guy. I think we can all agree. The nose guys.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Did you watch the old one?
I read it and watched the old one.
I watched the old one. Reading it was scary. I did not enjoy reading it. No, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. I did, but it was like, this is like for big kids. Like I am too
This
young.
is for big kids. It definitely wasn't for like big kids. It was for fully grown adults.
You don't. Yeah, you're not a big kid. Like the Berserk will make you feel small. it's very dark.
The only good thing was the only really good thing that came out of Berserk, and I think we can all agree, is this flesh version of Nose Pass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Flesh
Pass, if you will. I don't care about any of the characters. I don't know any of them. I truly just don't care about them or their struggles or their lives. I'm worried about if this guy's okay.